Okay, guys, we have a new product. People have been asking for me to do the test with. There's a new low viscosity stabilizer from Lucas, and it says add to engine oil, add oil change for a boost between oil changes, can be used as a top off, add entire bottle to engine oil, treats 4 to 7 quarts of motor oil, wear reduction, improvement in oxidation resistance, improvement with dispersancy, which reduces deposits and varnish, and it's the stabilizer for modern engines, low viscosity stabilizer. So let's try it out. For our control oil, it is going to be the Lucas 5W30. Just until we make contact. And since it's such a wide variety on what you can put in there with this, it's 4 to 7 quarts. I'm just going to simulate like an ounce or two in here. It's a 12-ounce bottle, so maybe not even, like an ounce at most, which isn't very much. Let's just see what it does. So, no weight added to the machine. I'm pulling 2.55 amps. I'm going to put my first weight on. .86. It'll start going down a little bit. .62, 2.6. So there. 2.60 is where we're at. Let's add a second weight. 2.65. Let's add a third weight. Let's add a fourth weight. So I know my test is consistent, because as soon as I put that fourth weight on there with this Schaeffer Supreme 5W30, the fourth weight kills it completely. Doesn't matter how long you leave the bearing on here, because some people were like, oh, you're leaving the bearing on there so it can recreate more contour, so it can actually lubricate more, blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't matter on this machine. When it hits the fourth weight with the straight 5W30, and if the additive really isn't doing too much to it, it will shut the machine down. We already seen what straight ProLube would do last night when we stacked only ProLube in here and this thing went 12 high. So maybe we should clean this out, turn the bearing over, and do 1 cup of the Lucas low viscosity stabilizer and try that next. Let's do that. It's a decent sized wear scar, but it ain't terrible. It's not bad. I turned it a little bit. I've got an untainted side right here, and that's the side we're going to use. Alright, you guys ready? Let's fire it up. I messed up just for a second. I forgot to polish that wheel out to make it smooth. So I got it smooth now. I moved the bearing over. You can see just a little spot where it was rubbing. It ain't got no spot on it now. Let's go. 2.55 amps. Add some weight. 2 weights on there. Three weights on there. Wow. That was violent. That was worse with the oil stabilizer than it was with the straight oil. Holy moly. And look at the wear scar. It's way bigger. Yeah, see, there's that one. It's kind of small. That one's like 1.5 times the size. This camera keeps trying to adjust because of the... Yeah. That by itself ain't no bueno. This is the straight Schaeffer Supreme 9000. And then what we'll do, because you don't need very much, we'll just go ahead and drop a little bit. And you can watch it mix in. Go a little bit more. Okay. It's mixed in. Ready for this? Another weight. Put 3 weights. Put 4 weights. Put 5 weights. All right. We have a new winner now. The combo is the low viscosity Lucas with the Schaeffer Supreme 9000. That was a good combo. And I just did like a little... Now while we're here, let's go ahead and flip this up. Take this off of here. Yeah, that wear scar is actually smaller with 5 weights than that one was with straight Lucas. And the other one over here with straight 5W30. So a little bit of the Lucas low viscosity in the 5W30 actually protects a little bit better. Lasts a little bit longer. It's got more lubricity. That's pretty neat. Well, we found out that one. That Lucas low viscosity mixed with the Schaeffer Supreme 5W30 is pretty good. So according to this, I got 28.2 fluid ounces in there. And this could treat up to 4 to 7 quarts, it says. So I'm going to go 1.5 ounces. Yeah, a little bit more. The reason I say that is because I want it to equal that. Even though it says fluid ounces, it's not quite right. It's like I just put 1 ounce, 1.7 in there is more like 1.4, 1.5 ounces. All right, I got this nice and shook up. Let's give it a shot. It's a new spot on the bearing. There it is. Okay. Okay. It doesn't like it. So in conclusion, you have to use an awful lot of this additive to get it to have the effect that they claim that it does. When you mix it in per the standards of the manufacturer of the product, they don't put that right there. Put it back in the floor. They don't, just put it more towards under the seat. Put it more towards under the seat, like towards the back of the seat, so you can put your feet out. There, you're good. You're good right there. So that they don't really tell you that you have to use as much as you do to get the effect out of it. Honestly, putting the amount of fluid in that little container like I did, and I got 5 weights on it, I oversaturated it. I did like the equivalence of what would be like 3 ounces or something in per quart in your engine. So that would have to be, if you got a 6-quart system, it'd have to be 3 ounces per quart. So it would be 3 ounces or more, 3 to 4 ounces. And that would have to be 18 ounces, which would be 2 different bottles, which means that you're spending an extra $20 to $30 on additive on an oil change when you could just simply change the oil fat sooner. This low viscosity Lucas, not a huge fan of it. And the sniff test, I don't like it. Just being straight with you. I don't find that it's actually doing anything in aiding in lubricity. Interesting to see that when you oversaturate the oil that's in the cup with some of the additive, it does a great job. It actually proves that the more of the additive you put in the oil, it does better mixed in a heavy saturation than it does if it's by itself, one way or the other. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be blessed. Have a great night.